So, a lot has happened since WrestleMania. I think the last time we spoke was for WrestleMania predictions.
Yeah.
WrestleMania came and it went, and it was fine
Yeah, it was
overall. Was okay. And ever since, shit has gone down in the WWE.
It has, yeah.
It's just been absolute pure chaos.
It
and
has.
now here we are, it's Backlash.
Yeah,
Where,
Backlash.
Like, it seems to have been, like, Mania felt like last week, and now we're here at Backlash.
I didn't realise how soon Backlash was after Mania. It just feels like, oh, they've built it up and here it is, so...
Just, Jesus Christ, where do we start, really, innit? Just, I guess, general thoughts on Mania as a whole, outside of the general consensus, which was...
I definitely enjoyed it more than you did. I thought night one was bad to fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, but then I thought night two was actually really good. I thought it was really, really strong. I think I liked the main event more than you did. But I definitely enjoyed it. I'm just trying to remember what the card was. That was Dom and Demon, right?
Yeah, Dom and Demon. The ladder match was the thing for me.
Ladder match was
second night.
Well, I put on my Instagram that was my favourite match I'd seen since watching WWE like over a year ago.
Yeah,
like
that was fantastic.
I loved it so much. So night two really strong. Yeah. Night one pretty forgettable. All in all, it kind of balanced out to be fine. It was good. It was. I thought I find it a bit more memorable than I did the last year's one. So. Yeah,
the last year was pants. Let's be honest. Like, it was a big pile of pants. Like, this year it was fine, man. I think he just needs to figure out like how to balance the matches with the entrances and all the bollocks. That
all the entrances were amazing.
I mean, it's been said now a million times. It's probably really going into it. Obviously, the ads were too much. The entrances were really good, but give the matches more time. Like, it's wrestling. We watch it for the wrestlers. We watch it to watch wrestling. I don't watch it to watch adverts. I don't. As much as I love, don't get me wrong, when it comes to Mania, I love the entrances. I love the fact they put a lot more effort into it this year. Especially compared to last year. I distinctly remember last year thinking about that. I think I even mentioned to you like that it just the entrances themselves were piss poor last year, to say the least. Like, I think the most memorable is still Clash of Clans, and it will bother me
that was so
for the rest of my life. But yeah, I really enjoyed the entrances. It just nothing got enough time, unfortunately.
No, it
and
didn't.
I think finding that balance of, yes, I understand you've got to have ads, but not that many ads
of
like
the same thing as well. Like, what, it was the whole Hogan documentary, right? Fucking hell, who cares?
And there was a massive disconnect. So yeah, I think just finding that balance. I think because they've done like the 4 and 5 matches and they gave them more time, for some reason they added 2 more matches or 3 more matches, and it seemed like they were like, oh my god, we need to do everything in like 10 minutes. And it's like, you can just
was it a 3.5 hour show?
Yeah, and like sometimes you can it's Mania. People don't mind if it hits that 4.5 hour. Like, they don't, because it's Mania.
Yeah.
So I think just give things a bit more time. It was fine. Yeah. Again, it was fine. The night one was shite. Let's be honest. It was shite. The night two is far better. I think if you look at it as a night two, it's a really good Mania. If you look at it as night one, it's a terrible Mania. So yeah, I agree.
It can balance out. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. And then ever since Release City.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
This is kind of normal for WWE. But yeah, I think the names that have been dropped, and I think since as well, we've had like 2 weeks now of cuts, and I think they've done
There's
now.
A lot
apparently, I literally
what I'm seeing is a lot of conversations about who is being cut and like pay cuts and stuff like that. So it's quite an interesting one to talk about.
Yeah, I think I've just seen recently that apparently the cuts are done now.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, this is kind of what happens in WWE almost every year. There is like a big cut, and there's always that 1 or 2 big names that are a bit like, oh my god, I can't believe that's happened. This year I feel like it's more than normal.
It does seem like quite a lot of names, to be fair.
Yeah, so we had the first round, which was, I mean, the big one is Kairi Sane firstly, which still makes 0 sense.
It's just odd because she was mid-storyline. Like, everyone else who's been released seemed to have just been like, oh, they were there and now they're gone, doesn't really matter. But with Kairi Sane, there was an ongoing feud and a storyline, which is what is really, really weird.
Yeah, she's been in the middle of TV and has been on TV pretty much the entire time she's been there. Like, there's been no... I think there's a lot of roster members that you can look at and be like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they went. Unfortunately, it's people like an American Maid who turned up this week for the first time in God knows how long.
I mean, funny, but like, yeah, we definitely
but there's a lot
fucked up somewhere.
These kinds of guys which you'd go, oh, yeah, fair. If I wouldn't want them to get released. I think they're underused, if anything. But you could look at it and go, fair, you're not being used. Whereas for Kyrie to be on TV very regularly,
literally
and
every week,
part of a story that's literally we're going to be speaking about in the Backlash predictions.
And part of one of the best tag teams on there. Like, let's be real. Like, they're fucking incredible. So
yeah, and it really felt like she was going to get like a push out of this. Like, I felt like Kyrie was going to be the one to be made out of this feud. But there we go. Apparently not.
No, very, very odd. So yeah, that was kind of the biggest one, wasn't it? And then before we go into the other big one, I'd say Aleister Black and Zelina was an odd one, just because of the rumors that had come out that Aleister was supposed to be the one with Randy Orton main event WrestleMania. So very, very bizarre to change that choice and then cut them straight away. It was very weird.
Yeah, I didn't really get that one. It felt like they didn't really do enough with him, so I'm not that surprised really, because he's just kind of that guy that just feels like
I mean, he had his feud with Damian Priest and then it was over, really, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Did the ambulance match
and it was the same
and that
last time, and I don't know what to do with an Aleister Black. You know, I see him in AEW and he was a lot better in AEW, but apparently a bit of a dick, which is kind of why they don't want him back. But both his runs in WWE, it's just been there. You know, he's never really got going, and it's a shame because I think he's a great character. He's a great in-ring performer.
No, I don't
know. There's just something. There's like a disconnect between fans and him, between management and him, and I don't know
if you saw what had come out. Like, I see all these things online all the time. I don't really know what to believe, but apparently there's a big thing of TKO not liking the dark kind of characters. So like an Aleister Black and like the other characters we're about to talk about in a minute, there's clearly a bit of a theme this release. So it does make sense, but it's just very weird.
I've seen that. It's been debunked since.
Oh, okay.
But you never know these things as wrestling, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean? Like, things will come out and they'll go, no, that's not true, when it very much could be true.
Yeah.
I think, we're going to get into right now. I think the more obvious thing than anything is the fact that it's either TKO or, by apparently Triple H has made a lot of these decisions, really does not give a shit about tag team wrestling.
No.
If you look at it now, we'll go through the last four real big ones. There was a few people like Alba Fire who is it's a shame.
Yeah.
And I think oh my god, Zoe Stark was another one, which again it's just kind of sad because she's injured and stuff.
Yeah.
Two who you never really felt were ever going to be at the top of a card champions, unfortunately. They never really had that momentum, so it's not a massive surprise. It's more just a shame they're a bit underutilized.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if we look at the tag teams have gone, firstly, Motor City Machine Guns.
Crazy.
What was the point to bringing them in?
I know.
Really, in hindsight, feels like because they were going to AEW, WWE kind of took them to be like, fuck you, we've got them.
Yeah.
They won the tag team titles very quickly and then just disappeared into the background.
Yeah, but then they've also kind of been in the background of TV for a while as well, with like the really silly storylines of like Johnny Gargano and stuff like that. They've always been present. So again, it's just a weird one. And these guys are fucking awesome. Do you know what I mean? I love them.
Amazing. Incredible tag team. And unfortunately, it never felt like they really got over with the crowd. Like, they'd come out and no one would care, and then by the end of the match, everyone would be losing their shit. So it was just like, I don't know what they needed, but again, it's not my job. It's Triple H's job to get these guys over, figure out a way. So yeah, that was quite surprising. The Wyatt Six just disappearing.
Yeah, very, very odd. Considering again, they just had a big. Well, did we care about the storyline? No.
Tag team champions.
Yeah. No, I know.
They literally had the tag belts until like about a month or so ago.
Yeah.
Been in this feud for the last 6 months with the MFTs.
Yeah.
And then just get released. It's like, what is going on?
No, it's a very odd choice considering they like the legacy they kind of live on as well with Bray.
Yeah.
It seemed like a very odd choice to make, but then I heard apparently Triple H and that wasn't a fan of Bray back in the day, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to comment on things like that. No. It's a tricky one, isn't it? I think this is the same problem they had with Bray the whole time. They never knew how to book him. I think I think if we're being honest with ourselves, Bray was far more maybe he had more freedom, I don't know, but just as far as what we've seen on TV, it felt like he was far more creative than Bo.
Yeah.
And again, like I heard, but when he started, people were like, oh, Bo's like mega creative and stuff, and maybe he was held back, maybe he wasn't allowed to do things properly.
Yeah.
But this was a massive issue with Bray. Bray would come out with these like crazy ideas and crazy characters and incredible things, and WWE just never knew what to do with them, and it really felt like the same with the Wyatt Six, where they just never really, they just knocked them around the MFTs for a while and didn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
But it's surprising. I think there was a lot you can do with a group of that size.
And
they just didn't bother with.
This feels like a group that I would have really like gravitated towards, and I never got it because they didn't do enough with it, and I always just was kind of like, obviously, for what, like half a year they were doing the MFT storyline anyway, and it just wasn't interesting. So unfortunately, I feel bad for them being released, but I also don't really care myself because they didn't do enough to kind of draw me into them. So it's one of those, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of the MFTs, Tangaloa and JC, just I think with those two, they tried restructuring their contracts and they said no, is what I'm going to assume, considering what's happened to the other team we'll speak about, which is the big one.
The big one.
I think I'm assuming because they were around the same time, that's what happened, because I know that JC re-signed like this year, maybe last year, because I remember seeing it and everyone being a bit like, oh, that's
wasn't it a backlash return he came last year?
Could have been, because I know everyone is a bit like, oh, that's quite unusual that he re-signed so early, because they weren't really doing a great deal with him. So I'd assume he re-signed a bigger contract and they tried renegotiating, and that's when he's left. But yeah, him and Tangaloa going just
again
gone.
So odd though, because like
bizarre.
There's just a storyline that's been doing for a while, and now it's just gone, and now we're just focusing on like the 2 or 3 that are left, and they're the worst ones. So I don't know. It's very weird.
Which looks like we're gonna have less again, because it looks like Tamatonga's probably going to be leaving if we ever get the end to that fucking story.
Yeah, very true.
So yeah, another like surprise one, and then it's the big one, isn't it? Like the New Day. Like what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, crazy. Like they
fucking idiots.
Some of the most entertaining guys on TV. Like genuinely, every segment they do is very entertaining, and obviously they're absolutely incredible in the ring. So such a massive loss there, dude.
It's just mental. Like, I don't know what their problem is, and you know, I know we blame Triple H for a lot of things. It's not really his fault. He's just the easy person to blame. This I do kind of blame him for, because I think his ability to book tag team wrestling, he can do it, as he's proven with the women's division. He chooses not to when it comes to the men. For whatever reason, I don't understand it, but he really does not seem to like tag team wrestling.
Look at our tag team champions men's side. You've got Damian Priest, R-Truth. Like, it's entertaining. It's entertaining, but it's not good. It's just like something they just chuck together for a laugh. And then Logan Paul, Austin Theory. Like, what are we doing? I mean, like, garbage. Actually insane. Yeah.
If you look at the tag team division now, it's diabolical.
Because what was it?
I think at this point, we may as well get rid of a tag team division and not have one, because it's kind of pointless having these people around and having these tag team titles that don't mean anything, when clearly from everybody that you released, you don't care about tag team wrestling.
No.
Tommaso Ciampa, another one that we lost as well, to get rid of DIY. I think we've lost like 5 or 6 tag teams within the last like 5 or 6, 3 or 4 weeks, really, isn't it?
But just like, think of, was it SummerSlam? They did the TLC match for the chat. Mate, unbelievable.
That was purely because everyone turned around and said, "What the fuck are you doing? Why is this not on WrestleMania?" And they went, "Oh, right, okay, I guess you put in the SummerSlam."
And they performed. They performed. It was so good.
I don't know what the hell is going on, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, this will be a blessing for the New Day, because fortunately they're going to go to AEW. That's just gonna happen. We may as well all accept it. And AEW, if anything, probably put too much time in the tag division. Like, those motherfuckers love themselves some tag teams over there, and I think there's some like incredible matches we could have over there. So for me, I'm excited as a fan of both, that I can watch AEW and get to see them and the Young Bucks, get to see them and FTR again, get to see them and God, it's just there's numerous tag teams that you can see. So I'm looking forward to it, but it's just nuts.
Doesn't Xavier work behind the scenes with WWE to do like the game inside or something like that as well?
I heard they were trying to keep him
for that,
but whether he will or not, I don't know, because AEW also do similar things, and him and Kenny Omega are very big friends and are very invested in games, and like Kenny's done a lot of stuff for the new Street Fighter, so he's literally got his own character and done like all moves and shit, like he's probably like motion captured and all shit like that, like cool. So they're proper like into their games, so I think if anything this makes far more sense him going there and doing it with them. And I think especially with New Day, when you had, the heel thing wasn't working that well. I think towards the end it was finally. But you had the big turn with Big E. That was your opportunity to make them horrendous, to make them, you had a story you can run with it, and they just failed miserably, and it's just sad, man. It's sad that the tag team wrestling has ended up in the state that it is
because it's crazy, because it's definitely like my favorite division as well. Like I'm a big luchador person and I'm a big tag team person. I kind of love the chaos that happens from it, and now you look at it and you're like, cool, so I'm stuck with R-Truth and Damian Priest and Logan Paul, Austin Theory. That's great.
I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see any of the tag teams do
anything. And then what, is there one tag team on Backlash? And we'll talk about that in a bit, but like again, it's just a joke. Do you know what I mean? We're on a joke now, and that's it. So that's fun.
Yeah, and it's bizarre because there's reports coming out now that that WWE is in debt, and they need all this money, and they need to do this, and the reason they're restructuring all these contracts is because they need to make money, whilst also giving everybody at the top 200 to 300% bonuses. So the people at the top have gone from 2 to 3 million to 20 to 30 million over the last 2 years, and it's like, right. So you can give yourselves all this extra money and this big pat on the back, and yet you can't keep a company going. Your company that's in debt, you're not willing to sacrifice your own pay for them, but you're willing to restructure all these contracts and change all these people's lives, because there is only so much work out there, especially when you're on that sort of money. And AEW are not just going to go, we'll take the lot, and then outside of that, then you're really having to like grind. I mean, you're going to have to go, and a lot of these guys are older as well, they're in their 40s.
Didn't Jeff Cobb come out somewhere last night? It was at some random show. So.
I think he did. I mean, there's going to be work for them regardless. There's a reason why they are where they are, and they've made WWE, but I think for a lot of them, when you're getting on in your 40s and stuff, the last thing you really want to be doing, you think most of them probably set their lives ready to be like, I'm in WWE now till the end, and then whatever happens after that happens after that. And all of a sudden it's like, I'm going to have to go traveling again, I'm going to have to go here, and just to make ends meet, so it's just fucked, man. It's just sad. And I think it's become more and more apparent that the reason WWE are struggling is because all the reports are out there. The money situation.
Did you read about whose contracts has been negotiated and confirmed? I don't know how true it all is, because like I said, I don't really know what to believe. But I saw LA Knight was one that I've taken a 50% cut. Dom Mysterio possibly. And there was another name, but I'm blanking out, unfortunately. But it was a big name as well. So if those guys are taking 50% cuts, LA Knight's a merch seller. Dom is a star. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very odd, very weird.
And I mean, I wouldn't blame anyone for walking away. I personally probably would do the same. I think if people are saying to me, I'm taking a 50% cut, they'll be like, well, no. I think especially if you signed a contract within the last year or so, and all of a sudden they go, no, we're renegotiating. Fuck you, mate. And I think, unfortunately, what this is going to end up with, and possibly not, is that they're going to try and fuck with one of the big boys. Obviously, there's reports of Roman, which I'm not 100% sure on. I don't think they'd restructure, but I think they will end up trying to fuck with one of the big boys. And if the big boys leave, you're fucked. If a Roman leaves, if a Seth leaves, if a Punk leaves, because you're going, we don't want to, give you this amount of money, you're going to find a lot of people following them out the door.
100%.
So, big problems. big
100%.
Big problems in TKO. But we've got a pay-per-view coming this weekend.
We do, and I'm praying it's good, because the card is pretty good. The card is
very good. The card is very good. So just run us through them, Dan.
Cool.
Start.
I mean, let's start with the weird bit that's been announced for it. Let's talk this John Cena thing, right? Because this is clearly just a promo for WWE Club, right?
Yes.
Right, cool. Because people are like, these mad predictions that are coming out. I'm like, cool. He is retired. That man is not getting back in the ring.
No,
right?
and
I don't want him to. Like, I really don't want him to. I think just he's going to come in. He might even do it as a video package. I don't know. But it's clearly...
I think he'll be there.
It's clearly the opening for this WWE Club thing. And it's going to be some big song and dance about that. And maybe he'll have like a segment where something silly happens. But that's it. Yeah. I'm not expecting anything more. I don't want to expect anything more. So the people build it up is crazy.
Yeah, and I'm like 99% confident he's literally said...
He has said something about the WWE Club.
I think he said it at Mania, or like not long after Mania, when he said, I'm going to be at Backlash with big news about...
It was on Twitter or something, yeah.
Or Twitter, yeah, but it was just after Mania. It was around that time when he literally told us exactly what it is. So it's just going to be... This is WWE Club. This is probably what's going to be on there. Have fun.
Yeah. And that's all I want. I mean, I don't want any mad moment from John now. We're done.
No.
I don't know what order these are in. Like, I don't know who's
just
first.
Go for it, man. Just go for
so first on my list, we've got Io Sky Asuka, which obviously ties into the Kairi Sane story that we were just talking about. Now on Raw, they've pretty much been like, "Oh, we're fighting you because Kairi's gone."
Your disappointment.
Yeah, this, that, and the other, and. This obviously should have been a Mania match. Let's be honest. This should have been at Mania.
Yeah.
I'm happy we're seeing it now, but obviously I think once this fight's done, it kind of needs to be done.
Yeah.
Especially with the storyline kind of disappearing before our eyes as it has.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, this, isn't it? Because I think had Kairi been part of this, is something that you could have run with a bit and kind of had Kairi.
There would have been a really good
Kairi, or Kairi Io, or a triple threat of some sort, or like, stories going forward. But yeah, whereas now I completely agree. I think it definitely feels like something that needs to be done.
Do you think they're going to pull the rug out from us and get Kairi involved somehow, or do you think it's gone?
There's a lot of it, isn't it? Yeah. I've heard like there's more than a 50% chance that she's there. I don't want her to be there, to be 100% honest with you.
It just seems like a fuck you, doesn't it? Like another really Unreal moment, and I'm like, I just don't care.
Yeah, if anything, it feels like an insult to her than anything. Like, it feels like, oh yeah, we've released you, but I guess you can turn up and say goodbye if you want.
Plus, it would be it would be an insult to the guys who've just all been released as well, because they're not coming back at Backlash. You know what I mean? Like, if she comes back, it's going to be she's back, and then she's gone again. Like, what's the point?
Yeah. It'll be a nice moment, don't get me wrong, and I'm sure it'll be nice for her to get like a bit of closure and stuff, but for me, I'm just like, it just feels a bit dirty, a bit like, ooh. But prediction-wise, I'm assuming it's going to be Io Sky. Yeah. I can't see a point of them. I think Asuka's kind of one of those that when there's like injuries or when there's a few people out and stuff, you kind of call on Asuka to come towards the top of the card again and kind of win titles and stuff. She's almost like she's had her time basically, unfortunately, and she's kind of been on top. I don't really know where she goes from here.
This is my issue with this match. I don't know where either of them go from here, because this isn't a title match. This is literally just a match. Rhea's obviously off doing her thing with newcomers and whatnot. We're gonna have that come up soon. So where does Io go from here? Where does Asuka go from here? Because I legitimately don't know.
No, I feel like Io's probably going to be knocking around some title scene somewhere.
IC, I don't know where.
Yeah, possibly the IC. I don't know if I want to see her with the IC title, because I feel like I want to see people like a Sol Ruka, for example, with the IC title. Like someone younger, I think it should be making people rather than just giving it to the people who've already been at the top. So I don't know, maybe she goes into a feud with Liv from here, possibly. I don't know. I think Io's a bit more like you can kind of chuck her in with anyone and she'll have like a banging match.
Yeah,
whereas like Asuka, I'm a bit like, I don't really know where we go from here. So yeah, I'm gonna predict that Io's gonna win, just purely on the fact of like
it's
I think do a bit more with her than Asuka.
Yeah.
So
yeah, totally agree with you. Totally
should be a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's a banger. These two always deliver. Yeah. So yeah, very excited. Then we've got this is the tag team one. Obviously, it's a big joke. Yeah. The Miz, Kit Wilson, and Danhausen and mystery partner. First off, who are you predicting mystery partner?
Honestly, mate, I don't know. I genuinely like. I'm thinking about it, and there's not been a name that I thought, that's someone. I'm trying to think of people who are coming back like a Sheamus, maybe, if he's fit.
See, I don't think there's too much thinking about this personally. I think so we had Jelly Roll involved with all this thing. So I'm praying it's not him, but would I be surprised if he comes out? No, because he was already involved with The Miz and Kit Wilson. That's the painfully obvious choice. Or you've got someone totally bizarre. I know, me too. But you've got someone very odd who you could bring over to SmackDown with this, which would be fucking Punk. Obviously, him and Danhausen very close.
Ooh, yeah.
Draft him over to SmackDown for his Cody feud. Makes sense to me. I'm predicting it's Punk.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I could see that. They are best mates, but Punk pretty much brought him into the company.
My only other prediction, which is a complete swing, just because for a laugh, if it had happened, I'd go insane. On Raw, Michael Cole was like, it's got to be someone who loves money. Shane O'Mac, but bring out Shane O'Mac and I'll have a wonderful time. Right. So there you go.
That would be hilarious.
I'd love it.
I think Punk's a good shout. I think he's just because he's just on his own. He's just, I'd like to be wrong, right? I've kind of come around to Danhausen. I'm not quite as on board as everyone else is. I find a few segments being funny. I think his style of comedy is fine for the most part. It's it's just for me personally. I understand that everyone loves him, and that's cool, man. I think it's nice to have something a bit different. It's nice to see someone getting as over as he did, especially after the Chamber thing. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, complete.
That was one of the worst debuts I think we've ever seen. To be at this point now, a matter of a month or two later, is insane. I just don't. I'm fascinated by it. I can see a Punk. I could unfortunately see a Cena. I could.
Yeah.
I could see Cena doing it.
That would be
and it
wild.
could also be. I know there's been a little bit of outside talk of a Royce Keys maybe, because he's sort of knocking about a bit and that. I mean, unfortunately they're really trying with him, but no one gives a shit about Royce Keys.
I'm sorry. I find him painfully boring.
Maybe an Oba. Would be quite funny.
Yeah,
I could see it being a big scary fella, because obviously Danhausen's is a small wiry fella. So I think they'll either go big menacing, a Punk, or a Oba or someone like that, or a silly person. But then the only other silly person would be Truth, and I can't really see that happening. Maybe it's Tozawa or something. I don't know. I think there's ways to go. I don't know. I will go Oba.
Bring back Stardust for that. That would be gold.
That would be really funny. I guess I'm going to go for Oba then as a prediction, just because I think it'd be really funny to see him maul him and then Danhausen come in at the end to get the pinfall or something.
Yeah. But I could see that happening.
But I mean, prediction-wise...
Danhausen and Mystery Partner, 100%.
Yeah, of course it is.
I kind of love this running joke between all three of these, but there is a time limit on it. They can't run this for another few months because it'll get stupidly stale.
Yeah, I think we might get another month out of it, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I'll be okay with that, but if you run it for 6 months, then no way. Do you know what I mean? There's no way.
I think this is the problem, is seeing... I'd be very interested to see where Danhausen is this time next year.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he works well with the comedy characters, and there is only so many comedy characters and comedy matches you can have until it becomes what do you do with Danhausen? So I'm enjoying it for now, and I think it's a lot of fun, and it's nice to see them fully invested in Danhausen.
100%, yeah.
Whether that be the case in the next year, we will see.
Yeah, but then again, we've got another comedy kind of, not match really, but situation happening over on SmackDown with the funeral of the gingerbread man on Friday, and that leads into the United States Championship, Trick Williams, Sami Zayn. Honestly, that moment of Sami beating up the gingerbread man was painful to watch, and that was the first time I was like, this is too cringe. Actually, I don't like this.
No, it's awful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I don't know what has happened with this whole Sami thing. I get it.
Yeah.
I do get it. I get the character that he's doing, where he's very much hey guys, everything's fine, where everyone's booing him and he's all confused and he's being a dick, but he doesn't realize he's being, I understand the character he's doing. It's fucking shit.
It's rubbish. It's rubbish.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
And it's not getting that boo, yay, boo, we don't like you reaction. It's getting, please get off the fucking TV. Get out of the ring.
I saw a very good tweet where it was like, I paid $200 for SmackDown and saw Sami Zayn beating up a mannequin. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, do you know what? That's so valid because that's fucking insane. It kind of translated on TV. It was a little bit like, oh, haha, it's kind of funny, even though I was like painfully cringing throughout. But if I paid the prices that they charge for these shows to see Sami Zayn punching a gingerbread man, I'd be fucking fuming too.
Yeah, I think there's all sorts you can have in wrestling, as you said, like with the whole Danhausen situation. I don't mind it. I like variety in wrestling. It's nice to see them trying things. Yeah, it's just the wrong guy to be trying things with. Like, we could have had the whole Trick and Sammy thing at WrestleMania, and I think the best thing for Sammy now is to fuck off for a while.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like, people are not happy with him, and it's not heat. It's not wrestling heat.
No,
people do not want to see him.
There's a very good example of wrestling heat going on currently in SmackDown with JC Jane. Like, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So when you have someone like this,
like when Dom comes out, that's heat. That's
incredible.
Like, the fans, we're all on board with the fact that we're not supposed to like you. We're booing you.
But we're legitimately booing Sami Zayn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally, we don't want to see you. Get away from
I also
my
don't
TV.
think it's helping Trick Williams in any regard, because I think he's just getting bogged down with his storyline.
Yeah.
With this match, I don't care. I'll be real. Trick Williams to retain, please. Like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
But this match, I couldn't care if it was on the card. Realistically, I think this match should have been replaced with another women's match, because to have one is insane. But like, it'll be done, it'll be finished, and hopefully Trick will retain. But it's just a time filler.
I think Trick will retain, and I would very much like Sammy to disappear for quite some time.
Yes, please.
And
let's have Trick go someone.
I don't want to see him with Trick Williams anymore.
Okay, I don't mind Lil Yachty, to be fair. I think he's kind of got the vibe with Trick kind of well, but
I just want to see Trick like hold a title.
We need to
just be a champion.
Yeah, he's like, he is funny, but he's not a comedy character. He's just got charisma, so I don't think he needs to be used as a joke. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the issue.
No, I think just smack Little Yachty away. Smack Sami Zayn away.
Little Yachty.
Little Yachty. And we'll just have Trick. Just have Trick on his own, just, being a twat, defending his belt, being an arrogant prick. Happy days. Let's get rid of this comedy bollocks, because it's fucking dog shit.
Yeah, but there's your difference though. Like, a Danhausen comedy and then the other comedy, there's so much difference between it that it's kind of crazy. Next up is your match of the night, which is Seth Rollins Braun Breaker. Obviously no title involved here. It's just a nasty fucking big fight. Go on, tell me what you think.
I can't wait for this, mate. I mean, this should have been happening at WrestleMania for the world title. It should have been. But I mean, this match has been building for
the lead up's been great.
Months.
What was it? Been fantastic. Seth coming out the other day and Braun just taking him out straight away was really good.
Yeah.
I
just love Braun. I love, and I get it, right? I understand that he's not for everyone. I get the fact, right, that Seth is very obviously far better at promos than Braun is. He is. We can all see it, because Seth has been doing this for a very long time, and that's kind of Seth's thing. Whereas Braun is just, I'm going to kill you, and that's fine. You don't need to be like phenomenal on microphones. I mean, Brock Lesnar made a complete career out of saying dumb shit and having Paul Heyman talk for him, and no one cared about that. So I think for people to be like, "Oh, Braun's rubbish," he's got his own style.
I don't think he's rubbish at all. Do you know what I mean? I think he's got a very different way of delivering a promo, don't get me wrong, but it's not bad, it's very good. So weird.
Yeah, I just think when you put him and like a Seth together, it's obvious. Do you know what I mean? Same as if you put him and Punk together, it would be obvious that, like, okay, you're probably not as strong. But I just love him. I love the intensity. I love it's just 100 mile an hour all the time.
Like, sometimes I genuinely can't tell if he's just like in character or if that's just him. Like, he freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah. I love him so much, man. I just love seeing this like absolute monster of a man just doing these incredibly athletic things. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I think this is going to be a really good match, and I think this hopefully will be like the coming out party for Braun in a way.
Yeah.
As far as winners, though, I don't know. I would love for it to be Braun.
Yeah.
I got a feeling, if I had to make a prediction, I'm predicting Seth.
I am also predicting Seth, because I think they run this back at SummerSlam, or maybe Seth's got a title at that point or something, and then Braun takes the win there. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think we're going to get 3 out of this. I think this will be the first match and Seth will find a way to win, because it just feels a bit like Braun's kind of like 100 mile an hour and Seth's gonna do something. Seth's like experience. He's gonna catch him with something and do something and just kind of get away with a win. And it feels like Seth kind of needs it, because he's obviously lost to Gunther since being back. We had the whole bollocks with the spooky people running around. So I think he needs it a bit more. I think we get another one, a Clash in Italy, Clash in whatever the hell that one is, and then I think it'll be SummerSlam is where we'll get like the big, maybe Hell in a Cell match, cage match, I don't know, be big feud ender, and I think Braun will win the next 2. But yeah, I feel like Seth kind of needs to win to continue this feud. So I'd like to see more of this feud as well.
Me too. I hope Seth doesn't get injured in this match. It seems to happen all the time. Do you think any surprises, any interference here?
Not yet. I don't know how far. I don't think Bronson will be anywhere near ready.
I wish it was. Like, I think that's going to be the interference at some point during this feud. Bronson comes back, fucking tsunamis him. I wish it was here, but I can't see it, unfortunately.
No, I think if anything that would be at the SummerSlam. But yeah, I think there's a lot more you can tell with this story, so that's kind of why I'm going for Seth. As much as I want Braun to win, I think there's a lot more to go. So I think with Seth winning, you can kind of extend the story more.
100%. But probably, I think it's probably the most anticipated match of the night, though.
Maybe. The next 2 are like
there's only one left, isn't there? Yeah,
sorry, this one and the next one I meant to.
Yes. And then we've got obviously Roman v Jacob Fatu for the heavyweight championship. This is going to be amazing. I've loved the build up to it. To be fair, I've kind of loved the fact that Jacob's just going everywhere, like SmackDown, Raw, it doesn't matter. He's just there causing chaos. Unfortunately, I don't think he's taking it here. But
no,
I would love to see it. But hopefully, I kind of hope this feud kind of stretches out for a bit longer after this.
Yeah, I don't know. I think going into this initially, I completely agree with you. I think Roman is going to defend. Like this is like a first defense thing. He's obviously going to defend the belt. But because of all the stuff that's going on,
and he's been removed from the June dates, isn't he, as well?
And apparently it was a clerical error and blah 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 blah. Right, but like, are we really going to do this again? Where we're going to have a world champion yet again with Roman on top, taking months off at a time, when he literally said after Mania, I'm back full time, blah blah blah. We all knew it was bollocks, but it's like we're really going to go another full month without Roman for him to come back again at like SummerSlam time and defend his belt again. I don't want to see it.
No.
And I don't know what exactly is going on with Roman at the moment. I've heard a lot, I've seen a lot, so
he just doesn't seem quite as invested as you'd think, does he? For a world like heavyweight champion, he doesn't seem like he's locked in.
No, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Roman. I don't know what's going on with the whole contract situation. I don't know what's going on backstage. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. So this is definitely a heart to a head situation. I think Jacob's going to beat him.
Do you?
And I think for some reason, I don't even know what it was, right? I thought at the end, going into Mania, and I mentioned to my girlfriend, I said, for some reason I thought Roman's going to win and lose it very quickly.
Okay.
I said the night after, I said like a Fatu's going to come out and just take it off him instantly. It hasn't happened that way, and I don't even know, there's no reason for it. It's just something in my brain said, I think this is not going to be a long title run for Roman.
No, I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be a long title run. Whether or not I think he's going to drop it here is a completely different question, I think. But I don't think he's holding it for much longer.
No, I think by SummerSlam he's probably dropped it. I really can't see him going all the way to Mania. And as I said, I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't care. I don't care the Roman's a world champion. I didn't care the Punk was world champion. I just took it more and he was more acceptable. I don't want to see old guys on top anymore. I'm sick of it. I don't want to see part-time Roman on top anymore. You know, I don't think anybody really does. You know, no one wants to go a full month without seeing a world champion where people are just dicking around on Raw.
I mean, let's be real. The real choice for world heavyweight champion at this point is Obafemi. Let's be real.
It is
like that's who should be holding the belt come Mania or whatever.
But I think with an Obafemi, you can make that last till at least Mania, at least, if not longer. I think with someone like an Oba, because it's so inevitable, we all know it's coming. I think you can hold off on it. It'd be really sick, right, for him to win the title at SummerSlam, right? That would be sick. Do you know what I mean? For him to come in, dismantle Roman keeps it at SummerSlam, Obafemi wins it, and then he's on top. Great,
amazing.
But for me, I wouldn't mind him doing a bit of a Gunther run, like say taking the Intercontinental title and just going on an absolute tear where literally nobody stops him for the best part of a year. Then it comes to Rumble, he wins a Rumble. Then at WrestleMania, he's there with still Intercontinental champion.
Yeah.
Walking into Mania being like, there's nobody who can stop me. And then wins a win title. And like, I wouldn't mind him going on a run of maybe a year, 18 months.
Yeah.
Where just nobody stops him. Because then I think the one who does becomes huge.
Humongous, yeah. It's a way to put someone over, isn't it?
Yeah. So for me, I'm not in a major rush for him, and I think there are people like Fatu and Braun who are more ready than Oba right now. And I mean, do you not want to see Fatu and Oba?
Please.
Braun and Oba.
Please.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when you think of what we can get from this, for me, I think it makes so much more sense than to give it to a Fatu, for him to be the first guy to be like, okay, we're trusting younger talents. I'm not sure exactly. I'm sure he's not that young, but younger as far as, they're not touching 50. Bringing in new, fresher faces, and then we've got like the Bronze. We've got the Bronsons coming back. We've got like the Obas. You've got all of a sudden these like really exciting younger guys coming up battling for world titles again. And that's what I want. So it is definitely a heart-to-head situation. I'm almost like 99% confident that I'm wrong. But I think there's been enough doubt in there that
I can see your reasoning, because like it's been a mess. This whole lead up, like I've loved seeing what we see on TV, because that's been a really good build up. But once you're looking at the behind the scenes stuff, and you're kind of putting that into place, it definitely I don't think it's completely out of the question that Fatu takes it. I think my prediction is definitely Roman retains 100%. I'm sticking with that prediction. But if Jacob somehow pulls out the win, I'm not going to be like, oh my god, I didn't see that come in, because of everything I've seen online and all the drama that's been kicking off regardless. So it's kind of one of those situations, really.
I think my boy. I just want some Fatu.
It's just going to be a banger, though, isn't it? It's going to be a good match.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think
Fatu's a horrible man.
And I think if anything, it's made the match more interesting with all the backstage stuff, because you are going into it, usually with Roman matches, he has that one near fall, and you kind of go, ooh, and then you bite a little bit, be like, obviously Roman's going to win. Whereas I think because that little thing in the background, every near fall, you're going to be like, oh my god, do you know what I mean?
100%.
It just makes it that like little bit more exciting. But please, come on.
I don't want any like interferences in this match, though. I don't want Solo Sikoa coming out or any of the fucking MFTs.
No, we'll get them all, unfortunately.
I really don't want it.
It's the bloodline, brother.
Okay, because I forget the Usos are involved as well.
Yeah, but of course, I get the whole thing.
I want the win to be a clean win. That's all I want.
Yeah, fair.
You know what I mean? It's not going to be.
No. And I think, if anything, maybe if the Usos interfere, they might want a new tribal chief.
Yeah.
So there is
honestly
that slight possibility.
This bloodline story currently, I'm fucking loving it. I'll be honest with you.
I think especially with the MFTs leaving.
Yeah.
If Tama's leaving, you've then got, imagine chucking Solo, Taller, Usos, and Fatu.
Yeah, that's
together.
That's a fucking clan, isn't it? Yeah.
If they all kind of were like, we're feuding, no, we're not, and they want a new tribal chief and it's Fatu. About it.
Yeah, no, fair. No, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, fair.
Get me on the booking team, Triple H. Get me on the booking team.
20 mil for this man. 20 mil.
I will get booed in Australia.
But yeah, that's the card of Backlash. It's really strong. Just a massive lack of women's wrestling, which is crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, no Rhea.
It's not at this point, is it?
No,
let's be honest. Like, you think of the last 2 or 3 world champions, they've all been booked like absolute poo now.
Yeah, it's just sad because obviously we've had some really good upcomers on WWE recently. Sol, Fatal Influence, like, they're all so good. I really hope they get the push they deserve. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a bit of a long one, everyone. I guess it might be a bit of a longer one.
Been a nice catch up though. A nice catch up on what's been going on.
There was a lot to get through. It's been a chaotic 2 or 3 weeks.
It has.
But yeah, let us know your predictions. Are you excited? Are you looking forward to Backlash? I am more than I was for WrestleMania, I'll be honest.
But I am as well. I'm really looking forward to it, especially with how TV's been going for the last few weeks. Like Raw, SmackDown's been, but Raw has been Raw has been really, really good. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. I'm praying for it.
Yes, enjoy Backlash.
Yes,
like, share, subscribe, drop some
all that good
comments
stuff
and shit. We'll see you probably in another month or so. Who knows?
Yay!
Bye.